Hello, good morning, students. In our today's videos, we are going towards the next article, that is SI units of various physical quantities. Okay. So in our previous videos we have seen some physical quantities and calculate its SI units. So again some quantities are there and the SI unit for that quantities here we have to calculate. So for that purpose here we take an example of a physical quantity, that is torque. So torque is a physical quantity. So to calculate its SI unit, first of all write down the formula. So torque means what? Force multiplied by perpendicular distance. Force multiplied by perpendicular distance. So force multiplied by perpendicular distance. Force, it is measured in Newton, into distance, it is measured in meter. So Newton per meter. So this is Newton per meter is the SI unit of this torque. We are already discussing about the units. Units of physical quantities. Physical quantities. Units of physical quantities. So torque is equal to force multiplied by perpendicular distance. Force is measured in Newton, perpendicular distance in meter. So this is torque. So next physical quantity, that is stress. So next one is stress. So to find out the SI unit for stress, put the formula for stress. Stress means what? Force upon area. So it is similar to the pressure, because the SI unit of pressure we already calculated. So stress is exactly equal to force upon area. Force is measured in Newton per area meter square, that is Newton per meter square, that is the stress. Okay. Then next physical quantity, that is strain. Next quantity, that is strain. But most of the students, they do not know meaning of strain. Strain means what? Strain means, suppose I have a body and if I apply external force on that body, okay, suppose I have a rubber and I stretch this rubber, then what happened? The length of that rubber increases. Okay. So in that, at that time there is a production of strain. So there will be strain. So what is the meaning of strain? Strain means what? Strain means change in length, or we can say increase in length. Increase means what? Change in length upon original length. So therefore, what is the SI unit for strain? What is the SI unit for strain? So the SI unit for strain will be change in length. Means what? Length is there L. Original length means L. So these L get cancelled. So therefore it is, we can write unitless. It has no unit. why strain is a physical quantity which is unitless, or we can say it has no unit. What is the reason behind it? Because denominator and numerator, so at numerator there is length, at denominator there is also length. So if a physical quantity is the ratio of two similar quantities, at that time it is unitless, means there will be number. So LL get cancelled, we get here one number, and number is always unitless. Okay, so how you can memorize this? If the ratio of two similar quantity, ratio of two similar quantity is unitless. Ratio of two similar quantity is unitless, means strain is a physical quantity which has a ratio of two similar quantity, and if there is two similar quantity, a ratio of two similar quantity, it means it is unitless. Two similar quantity means what? Here length at numerator and at denominator length also, so length will get cancelled. So if two similar quantities are there, the ratio of two similar quantities are there, then definitely it is unitless. So you should memorize this. That is, have you understood? Unitless means what? Just it is a ratio of two similar quantity. Now stress, strain, after that elasticity. After that elasticity. The formula, first of all, we can show elasticity is stress upon strain. So this is the ratio of elasticity. So actually elasticity, that is the property, and it has a formula. Suppose we want to calculate elasticity, then we can take the ratio of these two physical quantity. One is stress, another is strain, and we are here already calculate the unit for stress as well as unit for strain. Okay, so we can put these two SI units in this formula. So instead of stress, what is the unit for stress? That is Newton per meter square. Upon strain, it is unitless, means it has no unit. So therefore only Newton per meter square, that is the SI unit for elasticity. SI unit for elasticity. So some again physical quantities are there. Again some physical quantities are there. That is surface tension. Surface tension. So this one is the physical quantity. It has a formula. Which formula it has? That is surface tension means what? That is force per unit length. So this is the proper formula to calculate SI unit for surface tension. So surface tension is equal to force per unit length. So what is the SI unit for force? That is force, it is in Newton per. Length is measured in meter. So Newton per meter. So this is the SI unit for surface tension. Okay. Now some quantities are there. See, at your school level you have seen gravitational constant. So gravitational constant. What is the SI unit for a gravitational constant? So most of the students they are familiar with this. Okay, gravitational constant. So the SI unit for gravitational constant. How we can calculate? So first of all, you know the formula for gravitational force. Okay, because at your school level there is a chapter that is gravitation. Okay, so in that gravitation Newton's law of gravitation is there, and a particular force of attraction is given by that Newton, so that formula is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. Okay, what is the formula for force of attraction? That is, force of attraction is exactly is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. So this is the formula for gravitation. So this capital G stands for what? This capital G stands for gravitational constant. Capital G stands for what? Gravitational constant, and we are calculating here SI unit of that gravitational constant. Okay, so to get gravitational constant, G is equal to R, we can write here Fr square upon m1 m2. So G is equal to Fr square. So what is the unit for force? Obviously it is Newton into R, that is radius, or we can say distance between two objects, and R is nothing but distance, and distance, that is the length. So instead of R we can put meter square upon mass of first object and mass of second object. We know mass of first object is measured in kg into mass of second object also measured in kg. So what we will get here, that is G is equal to Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, so this one is the SI unit for gravitational constant. So to calculate SI unit of any physical quantity, then first of all try to put the formula for a particular physical quantity which is given to you. Okay, so if you put the formula, then you can easily find out the units. Okay, so we shall stop here, and in our next video we will discuss again some another derived quantities are there which are most important for our physics. Okay, so till then, thank you.